Hey everyone, first I'm really excited for this episode with Alvin Kuai and Yoshiko Watson. I really messed up on the audio. That's on me. I was just so stoked to have them on the pod. I hope you enjoyed the episode anyway. I think it's a lot of fun. Also, we've got Hack City Comedy happening this Friday, October 11th, as always, at Union Hall in Brooklyn. Shows at 7:30, doors are at 7. This month, we've got Jenny Yang, yes, as in the brother's son, Jenny Yang, Ashley Hamilton, Michael Cruz Kane, and the return of our own Jenny Arimoto. Come hang out. Tickets available in the episode description or at asiannotasianpod.com or just Google Hack City Comedy. See you there.
If you have like real talent behind you, you're gonna do well, and that's why like comics should stop complaining, because everyone's kind of where they should be. They're kind of where they should be. You could give or take, a couple of notches, but yeah.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of the Asian Not Asian podcast with all your favorite Asian friends. It's Mike Nguyen only again, because Jenny just flew back from her bi-coastal lifestyle, and she is just decompressing, just hanging out, and she'll be back on soon. Probably next time. And it's just me for right now. God bless you guys. Anybody who listens to this show and checks it out all the time. I realized, I didn't know this, that a bunch of my friends, I think this podcast is made up entirely of people from my past life who just want to see how poorly I'm doing. It's like friends from college, friends from high school, friends from after college who are just curious about what it's like being me. And it's a morbid curiosity which keeps things going, which I appreciate it. I'll take it. And you know how else you can show your appreciation is through Patreon. Patreon is the best way to support the podcast. Every time we get a new subscriber a week, give them a little shout out just on the podcast. Usually Jen and I go back and forth and give them like a little give you a little fun backstory and just kind of pretend we know who you are. It's tricky. Jenny's much better than I am. I always just assume that if you're contributing to me, you are a Russian propaganda bot. Mm-hmm. And I think the names here this time will support it. One of them, Dajem Adera. That's a Russian bot. Welcome, and I appreciate you, Dostavanya. The other one, James Glover, which sounds like an American, but it's such an American name. Clearly a Russian bot. It's clearly a Russian bot that just AI generated an American name, James Glover. In either case, thank you very much for subscribing to their Patreon, and I can be bought, so keep it coming, and we'll get this election swung for you. Another thing, if you are interested in coming and seeing me and Jenny do our stand-up show, we have it the second Friday of every month. The next one is October 11th. This will come out by then, so October 11th at Union Hall in Brooklyn. 7 o'clock is doors, 7:30 is the show. Again, second Friday of every month. Just Google Hack City Comedy. The only thing is, if you're listening to this like a little bit delayed and you want to come to the November one, our November one's a different date. So again, just Google Hack City Comedy and you'll figure it out. But it's always going to be at Union Hall in Brooklyn. Come by. We always love meeting you guys. We love talking to you. I really do. It's I'm like one of the few comedians who legitimately likes talking to their fans. You talk to any other stand-up comic, especially once they get famous enough, they don't want to talk to you. they it's not because they think they're better than you. It's just like it just gets overwhelming. For me, I only have like 3 fans, so I can do that. I can talk to like 1 or 2 people. Say, hey, how you doing? Let's take some pictures. That's great. And then we just keep it going. And that's great. And I honestly love doing it. Again, that's Hack City Comedy. Just Google Hack City Comedy or go to the episode description, click on the link, or go to asiannotasianpod.com. The other thing too, if you want to support some Asian comics but don't want to necessarily support me, you can always support Fumi Abe, our old co-host here. And he's on tour, and you can go to fumiabe.com. He's doing a bunch of shows all over the place. Seattle, Houston. I think he might be coming out to New York soon too. So again, that's fumiabe.com. Check that out. Okay. I want to introduce our guest today. It's going to be a little different. Usually it's me and Jenny and one guest. Sometimes it's me and Jenny and two guests, so then it's 2 on 2. But this time, I brought 2 guests on and only one of me. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just insecure, and I just wanted to have more people in the room, and I just wanted to have fun. I've wanted to have these 2 people on for a while, and I'm glad it's all lined up. We're here in. Are we in Queens? I guess we're in Queens. Yeah. We're in Queens on a Tuesday at 10 o'clock, risking our lives to be here. So our guests today are comedians, provocateurs, amateur historians, people in need of therapy. Would you say that's fair?
No.
It's Alvin, Kuai, and Yoshiko Watson.
Nice. Thanks for having us, dude.
You were fidgeting so much. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You were doing so much to this mic before we started talking.
I just want to make sure it's perfect. You know, it's a big deal.
I think you may have ADHD.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm happy to be here because this is a real podcast.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, this is a real podcast with real listeners.
Yes, we have listeners.
And you were like, why don't you do more podcasts? It's because most podcasts are just pieces of crap. You know, like people message you. They'll message you. They'll be like, hey, so you want to do my podcast? I'm in Jamaica, Queens, and I have the past 3 months, we've had about 2 listeners. And then you show up to one of these godforsaken things.
Yes, I know exactly.
And then it's just one guy just in a robe, just showing you his balls. And then you want to start it, and you're just like, I'll never do this again. So this is a real thing. And,
it is.
Thank you.
It looks legitimate. I'll give you that. It is legitimate. It is legitimate.
Yeah.
It is legitimate.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not in a robe.
It's close.
But you are not wearing any pants under the table.
I'm not wearing any pants, and you know, we should see where my other hand is. But
yeah, dude.
Your
dick's touching my knee right now.
Imagine if they had like a long. It's a little bit of a bro jacket you have.
Yeah.
A long version.
Oh,
mine?
Yeah.
If you can't see, Alvin's wearing, what is this, a Columbia fleece?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Do you have a job?
I apologize.
Can I ask real quick?
No, comedy's my...
You only do comedy?
I only do comedy.
Have you thought about being in finance? Because you are perfect for finance.
I used to be a management consultant.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's this company called company.
You were
I worked for a year and a half.
Okay, real talk?
Yeah.
I now respect you. I didn't respect you up until now. That's
the Asian.
Not even a little bit when you were like, oh, I'm past at the cellar. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you work. Now we can hang out.
Yeah, I was fired, but what's up?
Really?
Yeah, dude.
What happened?
Nice.
I fucking sucked. I didn't care about the job at all.
Oh, shit.
I was the worst consultant ever. I never double-checked an Excel spreadsheet. And they don't fire you. They do something called where they're like, hey, maybe you should fucking get out of our face. And I was like, all right. And I started comedy afterwards.
They didn't put you on like the worst client or something like that? Like they just keep putting you on worse and worse clients or something?
I mean,
or
yeah.
Like worse and worse projects?
Well, they put me on an internal project. Which that means after I bombed my first project, that they put you on an internal project, which is for like, oh, we can't have you show your face to people who actually give us money. So we're going to put you here. And then I did a couple of projects, but yeah, I was really bad. And I hated everybody there. Because there's
Why is that?
Because the people who work they're a bunch of like people who think they're cool because they work but they're also the type of person who got in to the firm, so they were just like nerds in college. So it's like just because you have this like prestigious job doesn't make you cool all of a sudden.
Yes.
You know, it's like if someone like sniffs cocaine wrong.
Like they had the cocaine?
Yeah, and then they just like, I don't know, they just like take off their pants and like shoot it up their butt.
Yeah. What are you doing?
What are you doing, dude?
No, it's called a burpee. Yeah.
It's called
a burpee.
Yeah.
I learned this in Colombia.
Yeah.
Can I ask you real quick what you have to tell me the client, I don't give a shit. But
sure.
What did you do that was so bad? I mean, that was
I think neglect. Yeah, kind of like if like I wasn't trying to be bad, but you know if like a parent like just leaves their kid in a hot car, that was kind of me with everything
the project.
I touched. Yeah.
Right.
So basically like cuz you have to work a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, you have to work weekends and stuff. And
right.
I never did that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't do anything. I would like clock out at 5 and then go to the gym and then, you know, jerk off in the hotel for like 4 hours.
Oh right, cuz you have to travel a lot, right? Yeah.
So it was neglect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And when you don't care about something,
yes,
you know, it shows.
Again, respect for you is just increasing exponentially.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's what life's all about.
That's what it's all about. Well, I'm glad you're here. Yoshiko, how are you doing?
Okay. I have more questions.
Yes, go ahead.
Ask me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not, the
Ask me about
consequences
me.
aren't that serious, right? If you fuck up. I feel like, didn't they start the opioid crisis? They like designed it.
First of all, at we call it the firm. That's how we refer to the company. It's called the firm. And the firm makes no mistakes. The firm, stop laughing.
You're going to get rehired.
The firm is backed by just decades of expertise from various partners around the world. You think we're going to make a mistake? We never make mistakes. So whatever opioid, whatever conspiracy, John JFK shot himself, BS you're talking about, I have no idea. But I think rumor has it that we did predict that mobile phones would have like a market cap of like 3 million in the 80s. Yeah, I think it's a bad force in the world.
Yeah, this is
It's a bad force in the world. For sure.
There we go. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, did you have more questions?
No, that's it.
Oh, that was
Nice.
a pretty good one. Yeah.
Concise, very like a comic.
Have you encountered anybody in management consulting?
Yeah, I want to say it with a partner.
Oh shit!
Wait, at another firm.
Really?
Was this recent?
How'd you guys meet?
Hinge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he make any mistakes? Did the firm make any mistakes?
Not really. He was disappointingly like normal.
Really? Okay.
Not like sociopathic at all. Did he have the dead eyes?
Not really. He was clearly like, I don't know, kind of intense. All these people in like finance and like has ADHD, and I'm just like, yeah.
Here's the thing about consultants, okay, is they pretend to not take themselves seriously when deep down they take themselves very seriously. And I don't know if that guy was like that. Like, I don't know if you sensed that. Like maybe on the first date you're like, oh, he's kind of easygoing, but then by date 3, you accidentally touch his laptop and he just had like an internal freak out.
And then he's trying to play it off like, oh no, it's okay, it's not a big deal, just don't touch any of my things ever again, and put on these gloves.
Then he tried to throw in a casual laugh, but it was fucking creepy. Like, hey, don't touch it. And you're like, oh my god.
No, I'm relaxed.
Yeah.
You guys want cocaine? You want a burpee?
Mm-hmm.
How many dates did you go on with him?
Just the one. I did not.
Okay.
You didn't follow up?
I didn't? No.
You didn't follow up?
No. I was good. He did say, like, I'm chill about, I know you can name drop me in your comedy. I know that's always a risk. And I'm, like, very secure about whatever I say. So,
Did he try to give you jokes? Because
I think
a lot of female comedians talk about, like, how when they go on dates, guys will be like, oh, you should use this. Or, like, here's a tip for comedy. Mm-hmm. And I would go batshit if someone was telling me that.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Just like, yeah. Sometimes people think they're really interesting too. They're like, you'll mind me in my hilarious life. It's like, no, none of your stories are like that.
You suck.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
But comics are the same way sometimes too, with like pretending we're chill when we're like have OCD or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a bit of OCD.
That's
you have a bit about OCD?
Yeah, you have a bit about it, or do you have a little bit?
I have a little bit of it.
What's your OCD?
What's your thing?
I just I have spreadsheets that I stare at full of like my wardrobe.
Oh.
Do you have this? Okay, maybe.
I feel like Mike has the same thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
First of all, why can we never Asians escape the spreadsheet? We can never escape it. And second, no, but I do like to. I mean, I'm pretty organized about my wardrobe, I think. What's your spread? How is it organized?
But, tops, bottoms, seasons, And
you write it all down and all that stuff? Yeah. I'm pretty organized when it comes to how much money I spend on it.
Yeah, that was the point of it. I was like, I'm going to be minimalist and only have 100 things. Or originally it was like, I'm going to only have 50 things, but I keep adding because
I don't have to edit. I mean, I live in New York, so like eventually I just run out of space and I'm just like, okay, I have to sell stuff.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, now I have to like make sure I don't accidentally spend like my children's like college fund or something like that. So I keep track like that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's not OCD. It's
is it not? Okay.
Being a good dad.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I probably need a little bit more of it, but
I'm so OCD about feeding my kids every day. I don't get it. This is some
I have a
mental
thing
illness.
about keeping them alive and making them love me, and it's like crazy.
But you guys are both like fashionable Asians. You
Are
two.
we? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially you.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
like very.
That's
You're very.
it is.
Like,
It is my personality.
I know it's a very natural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like.
I just like doing it.
Yeah.
You've always, as a kid, when did it start? Like,
God, like probably like when I was like a 5th grader.
mm.
But it was more because I wanted to fit in,
Mm-hmm.
and less because like I wanted to look like fabulous or something. I just wanted to like look like the white kids, the cool white kids.
Right.
And I
Where
just
was
didn't
this?
know.
Sorry.
I grew up in like Orange County.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
But aren't there a lot of Asians in Orange County? No.
There are, but like I didn't fit in with the Asians.
Hmm.
I wasn't that Asian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like Inigo Kumon and that kind of thing.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I want to be. I mean, you know, I was like a 5th grader, so I was like, I
okay.
want to be, you know, like when the Pump came out, you know, like there was no way I could even pitch the Pump, the sneaker, to my mom. Like there was no way that was going to happen.
But didn't that put you like being fashionable from a young age? Didn't that put you kind of ahead in terms of like getting pussy?
Well, no, hold on here. I was not fashionable. I was just interested in it. I didn't become fashionable until about like 18 months ago.
Damn, so you just like had it all in your head.
I just was like
but you were
curious
just
about
wearing,
it.
like
I just
t-shirts and shorts all. Like,
here's a secret too: is that you guys think I'm fashionable, but that's like saying I'm like I have the best skin in the Burn Ward. Okay, because y'all stand-up comics have terrible style.
yeah,
so,
look
like,
look at me.
I mean
I have no idea.
That's why I was telling you should be in finance, because like a slight tweak and you would just fit right into finance.
Sure.
But you know, like I think if I'm compared to like actual fashionable people, I'm just sort of like a little bit below average, like compared to someone like.
But I don't know like how those people decide what's cool. Like I feel like a lot of it is just confidence, right? Like you just put on like a fucking shower
Like
crazy,
crazy-
you walk
yeah.
outside,
Yeah.
and if you like own it, everyone's like, oh shit, right? Like I don't know, because sometimes it's weird, right? Sometimes it just looks fucking like the Met Gala. It's just a bunch of like
The Met Gala is like its own, like it's like the snake eating its own tail almost.
it's like masturbatory.
Right. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like it's beyond what even a fashion person is supposed to do. It's like, well, what if we electrified a dress, and like
What's
stuff
the
like that.
comedy equivalent of that? Just like the most
Fringe,
masturbatory.
I guess.
It's almost
Fringe.
like
It's a little bit jerky.
yeah, kind of. It's kind of like Fringe, where it's like I'm just gonna try something
Yeah.
a little bit off kilter. I would say it's almost more like a comic who's not famous but has been doing it for 50 years, and every one of us knows who he is.
Mhm.
This guy Doug at the cellar, he has 5 followers on X, but like he's the funniest guy in the world. Like
Yeah.
that, like nobody else knows who he is except us, like
Yeah.
us nerds.
Mm.
And we go, oh yeah, that Doug's the guy.
Mm.
That's what I would think. When did you get into fashion or clothes?
I don't know. Yeah.
You
I
into
think
clothes? Damn. Nice.
I've always been into them a little bit. I don't think of myself as that cool though. But yeah,
Where'd you grow up?
Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
How was Cleveland?
What was that?
I hear
What was that
terrible things about it.
Yeah. What was it like growing up?
Everyone-
Everyone's just
shits
on
on it.
Cleveland, right?
I know.
How was it though? Like maybe you like it. Maybe it's cool.
Yeah, I'm always gonna defend it. Like
Yeah?
I have to.
Yeah, why is Cleveland the
Real-
shit?
I think
Yeah.
it's underrated because it's
I've
so
heard it's
lowly
underrated.
rated that it's gonna be better. Yeah, there's some nice beaches,
Beaches.
There's
I had no idea.
cheap
that was,
Ubers. There's a lot,
I like
there's
that.
a lot of other cities that are like mid-sized
the
cities.
meth
It's
is
not-
affordable.
Did you? So how was it growing up there?
It was fine. Not many Asians.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Were you complaining
I-
about that as a kid?
yeah. I
Like,
was like,
I wish there were more Japanese kids
yeah.
here.
I asked for a foreign exchange student as a like Japanese big sister, and so we got one.
Hmm.
Oh, how was that? How did that work out?
It was good. Sometimes she would clash with my mom.
Oh, really? How
Right.
so?
There was like this moment where she took the last piece of pie, and
The student did?
yeah, and there was drama because you're not supposed to,
Right.
And so
But she
my
was trying
mom
to.
was like, she should have known better. Like, what is she?
But she
yeah.
was just trying to fit into
I-
Cleveland
yeah.
culture.
And then she said like,
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Eating pie is like all you
Yeah.
can do in Cleveland,
Yeah.
you know?
And
Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, you got any opioids?" Yeah.
I'm,
But it was-
I'm kind of on your mom's side, though. You
Yeah.
don't do that if you're a guest
it was at
somewhere.
my
That's crazy.
auntie's house, like 5 Japanese aunties, and so yeah, I don't know. She was just maybe, And she made the comment like, it's not that hard to make, which is the worst
That's
thing
crazy.
you can... Yeah.
This person's Japanese.
Yeah.
The Japanese person said that?
I think she wanted to blow off some steam or something.
Here's
Maybe
we
were being annoying in some other ways.
That's probably like the most extreme Japanese. That's like...
Dude, that's like the Japanese equivalent of a school shooter.
Yeah.
Because they're so polite, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She actually went home and got arrested for that.
Yeah.
She's in jail now to this day.
Damn, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So is that why you started comedy, is because of this Cleveland experience?
Probably a little bit, yeah. It's hard to say.
Do you wish there were specifically more Japanese people, or would you have taken any Asian? Or is Japanese like the best? Like, you would have preferred Japanese. I'm trying to divide us. Division is good.
Yeah, and also rank which Asians you would have preferred from top to bottom.
Yeah. Start with the bottom.
I've been asked this before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would take any. We did have a local JCL, which is you get together with kids from the whole area. But my little
What's JCL?
Japanese American Citizens League.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not just full of white guys with ponytails.
Oh God, no.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Aikido studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rough.
That would suck.
So when you got here, did you come here for college, or did you come here after?
After, I was in Oakland, then.
Oh, you were in Oakland?
Yeah.
Where?
I went to Mills for a year.
You went to Mills?
Yeah.
This makes so much sense.
What?
What's Mills? What's that?
Go ahead, tell them about
A
Mills.
women's college.
An all-women's college.
Yeah. In Oakland. In East Oakland.
Oh.
I think.
It's a beautiful place.
What? So...
What?
Why does this make sense?
I don't know. It's just like that you're, I don't know, Mills people, I always thought were very smart, but kind of really intense people. All the people I knew who went to Mills were very intense people.
Very defiant sort of place.
She's intense?
Yeah. I mean, comics are intense.
Yeah. I should work.
Yeah.
No.
It's calling you.
They wouldn't recruit from Mills.
No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't recruit from
No,
Mills.
the firm doesn't recruit from Mills.
All right.
The firm doesn't make mistakes.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so you went to Mills, and you were in Oakland, and then you come here after that.
Transferred from there to Carleton, which is in Minnesota. It's a better school, and then was doing film stuff in LA for 6 months, and then here.
Oh, wow. Because we all kind of came up together. We're all in the quote-unquote same class, Asian class.
Yeah.
And it's taken us literally this long to actually hang out together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We've known each other a long time.
Well, we see each other so much during mics and shows. We kind of get sick. You kind of get sick of each other the first couple years.
That's true.
And then year 5 to now, you don't see anybody. You're just alone.
Yeah, that's actually true.
Because it's a bunch of new people,
right?
And then the people you came up with either quit or they're doing other clubs right now. So you're just I never talk to anybody anymore.
Yeah, I mean you're at the cellar now.
Yeah,
you're like a pioneer basically.
Pioneer, yeah, that's right.
Really.
I know.
You're on the show. I wanted to have you on the show, but then the thing that really was the impetus was somebody DM'd me and was like, have you heard of this guy? He's really funny, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
and sent me your thing, and I was really excited. I was like, oh, a new comic. And I clicked on you, and I was like, oh, fucking Alvin.
yeah. You're like, fuck this asshole,
this
dude.
guy. And
have I heard of him?
Yeah, he's okay. He wants $35. Which, yeah.
I will say there's this comic I fucking despise. I think they're not funny at all. They're doing pretty well. And my friend sent me a link to their video.
I think I know who you're talking about. Is it the person I think you're talking about?
I don't know.
No.
I think he's the least funny person on the planet. Yeah,
I love this.
I think he sucks. But my friend sent me a video. A friend sent me a video link to his, and he was like, "Dude, it's pretty funny." And I hate that guy now.
Everyone has. I learned this from his friend. Trigger comics.
Yes.
People that and it's different for everyone, which is beautiful.
I feel that the longer I do this, the more trigger comics there are.
Because
there's more and more people I know that I'm like, oh, I knew you from before or whatever, and not even that I thought you gotten better, but I've always thought you sucked, and now you still suck, and now you're famous and you suck.
Yeah.
But I thought you were talking about. I'll blip this one out too.
Oh well, I mean, she's just the obvious candidate for a comic that no one respects and is a super actor doing yellow face and it's just bad for the entire race. But just to name a few.
You gotta start an OnlyFans so this content can go there. Yeah.
Right. Yo, she sucks, dude. Bro, I saw her working out this new bit where she was like, I got stopped by the police and I tried to get out of it, and I said sucky $5, and I started work this bit, like working it out, and I'm like, you fucking
don't even need to do that.
What is
that, but yeah,
it's crazy, dude. I'm just like,
did it work? I hate it.
Yeah, of course,
yeah, it works. It really works. The thing is, like, with
fucking whiteys love it.
with this comic, it works. That's I can't even hate it on it that much because it works. She kills it, dude.
She murders, dude.
She kills. As we transition into fall and our schedules get busier, back to school activities for the kids, tighter work deadlines as we approach the end of the year, or the start of the holiday preparations, it's easy to forget about taking care of ourselves. During the busy season, one simple but effective thing you can do for yourself is starting to take Nutrifol. Nutrifol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrifol. Thinning hair is different for men and women, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth doesn't cut it. Nutrifol has multiple formulas for men and women that are tailored to different life stages, such as postpartum or menopause, and lifestyle factors, such as a plant-based lifestyle, so you can get just what you need. Physician formulated with 100% drug-free ingredients, Nutrifol supports healthy hair growth from within by targeting key root causes of thinning: stress, hormones, aging, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism through whole body health. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrifol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrifol.com and enter promo code ASIAN. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrifol for healthier hair. Nutrifol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code ASIAN. That's Nutrifol.com, promo code ASIAN.
And it's just like, it's so crazy how like the kill to respect ratio is just off the chart. Like, no one respects her, but she murders, dude. It's never been a bigger difference.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
I love that review from the company. Like, yeah, they crushed. There's just zero respect.
No. What do you? I mean, you probably agreed, right?
I haven't seen her in a while.
That's how I get people to agree with me. It's like, you agree with me.
That's good negotiating.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah. That's how you get people also to like slowly, join the alt-right. I'm just saying. You agree, right? I mean, with these guys, these people are problematic.
Yeah, you're holding a gun to their head. You agree, right?
You agree, right? Yeah.
Go,
Take the pamphlet. Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is also why I like having you on here, because you have an unvarnished opinion.
Yeah.
About
you gotta have strong opinions.
Where'd you grow up?
Virginia, Northern Virginia.
Oh shit!
And there's actually a lot of Chinese people around. Group of and I also did Chinese martial arts growing up.
Of course, you
wushu.
did.
Yeah,
you did.
So I did. So I was around like a Chinese people all the time. I went to Chinese school. So I never really felt like a minority per se. I just kind of felt like a guy.
Did you? I can't remember. Did you grow up playing sports besides wushu?
No, wushu was pretty much my thing. Yeah.
Because you have the energy of like a wide receiver.
Sure, but I don't have the body of one.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
sad.
You could have done it
flimsy.
You could have done it until you were like a sophomore in high school, but been pretty good, and then eventually, I don't know. You maybe have hands. I have no idea. Maybe you got good hands, and then and you have good, I don't know, quickness and shit from wushu, and from the rope dart. I don't know. Did you ever do rope dart? I think that was the shit.
No, I never did that. I wanted to learn chain weapons, but I did broadsword, straight sword, spear and staff, and then empty hand.
Oh.
Yeah, I was very competitive.
Really?
With wushu, yeah.
So could you do like crazy, like, I don't know what the word is.
I made like the junior team in 2015. I represented the U.S. in Worlds.
No shit.
I won third place.
Can I find you on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm on there.
It'll be the one video of yours I like.
Yeah. This is way better than this.
This is way better than this comedy. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's cool.
But I know I have very aggressive energy. I think it stems from the fact that I think little of myself, so I have to like compensate.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Where'd you go to?
Typical comic shit. Yeah, exactly.
Where'd you go to school?
Like college?
Yeah.
I went to UVA. Yeah.
Okay.
That's University of Virginia. It's like Charlottesville.
Yeah,
where, like the racial shit happened.
I feel that that's a good school. You got and you did it your way, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't
there we
know.
go.
I
That's
don't
cool.
know. I think it stems from like when you're like stuff that happened when you were a kid. Probably,
Yeah, okay.
You know? Like, yeah, because like I don't know about you guys, but I was a fucking loser and like my whole life and stuff, and this is just sad.
It got super quiet in
how
here.
quiet this
Yeah.
room is. It's just like, you know,
It's
when you-
extra quiet in the booth today.
Yeah, Jesus Christ! It's like the fucking camera
You have
just
to dub in
zooms
some,
in
Yeah,
like,
we
pop
really
punk.
got it. Really.
Yeah, no, I was a fucking loser, like antisocial, and like just like I don't know, like you know, didn't get laid until I was like 20. Like I don't know,
20 is pretty good.
just fucking.
It's not that bad. 21?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I didn't kiss a girl until I was 18. That's rough.
That's
No?
interesting. I don't know. I
You
feel
can't
like
talk about this with comics. 'Cause
I
we're all
feel-
fucking losers.
Yeah.
I feel like-
It's pretty good.
I feel 18, like, I mean, especially now with Gen Z. Gen Z, I mean, they're basically like, you know, monks up until they're 25. You know.
Oh, are they?
I mean, they're at home a lot more. They're on social media. They're not like hanging out. I mean, not all of them, obviously, some of them. But
Yeah.
like the tendency is like, there's not like rager house parties. Like I don't know,
I've
when you guys
heard
grew up in the
this.
90s. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like I did that. You know, but like people my age
Would
did
do
that.
it,
You
yeah.
know, and like. They had a big thing about, you know, teen pregnancy because in the 90s that was an issue, and now it's not an issue anymore because nobody's having sex anymore.
Teen suicide.
Right now we switched
Not
it up.
necessarily better. Yeah.
Yeah, we switched it up.
Yeah, but why do you think that is?
The internet, I think.
You think like how like elaborate on that?
Well, I think it's like social media. I think like
But why is social media causing people to have less sex? Like, wouldn't that make? Because doesn't social media make people hornier?
no, because because it's like you're on social media, so you think you're having a human connection, but you're just like interacting with the app, so you're not really connecting with another person. Like here, like we had to, for us to do this podcast, I had to fucking get to know you for 10 years and then invite you out to this
Right,
place in
right.
Queens, and
Yeah.
I have to sit here and we have to have a conversation, and we have to work on our skills in order to have a conversation.
Sure.
But like on the internet, like you don't, like there's a mediator where it's like it's like the simulacrum of having a human person talk to you, right? But it's really just like you
What was
chatting.
that word? What was that word?
It's like a simulacrum. It's like a simulation.
Did you know that?
So, yeah, I think I'd only read it before. So,
I'm sure I used it wrong.
sounds like
Simulacrum?
infant formula.
Simulacrum.
That's simulac.
Yeah.
I know about
Simulacrum.
that stuff. Simulacrum. So anyway, so that's why I think that's what's going
Fucking
on.
wet. That was nice.
Shut
I
up.
like it, dude. I'm so
Okay, but I agree with you. I think I was also, I think I really wanted to be cool, and I've always wanted to be cool.
Yeah,
And that's why
yeah.
I'm wearing this cardigan right now, because I want to be cool. I want it to be accepted by.
But I'm glad you
whoever.
admit it.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm old as shit, so like, who am I? I'm not ashamed of who I am anymore.
Right, you're coming into your own.
Yeah, finally. Now that I'm about to die, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So now,
Enjoy the last 3 minutes of accepting.
yeah,
yourself.
exactly. I'm free now, finally.
Right.
Time to step into the grave.
Right.
Yeah. Yoshiko, you have a fun Instagram thing called Rudderless Men.
Oh God.
Yeah, is it a series?
Yeah, I just took down the form because I'm done with it mostly.
Were you getting lots of responses?
Yeah, I got over 2,000.
Oh shit! Well,
Holy
first of all,
shit.
hold on here. Start from the beginning. How did this start?
So yeah, I was seeing this guy who was pretty busy, and so I just ranted on TikTok a really quick thing. I said, I'm done dating ambitious people. They're too busy. I'm looking for a rudderless man to move into my stupid apartment. And so it took off because the algorithm matched me with all these like aimless dudes.
Boom.
And they started
Holy
following me. And so because
This
I'm
on
an
TikTok.
animal who
This-
chases the algorithm.
This is on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for the bit, I was just like,
Yeah, for the bit.
I started making content for
Right.
them. Just like roasting them a little bit, but also being like, hey, come date me. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm.
Oh my god.
And so, yeah. Then I eventually made a form they could fill out because the demand was high.
What was on the form?
I asked, what makes you rudderless? I asked, and then just regular sort of like dating, like height and athletics. And
I see.
Yeah.
So
How many like followers did you get from that? From
I
that
mean,
video?
ultimately, probably like fucking 6,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
6,000 just.
Not from a
20
single
views.
video, but from this.
over the
like,
course of
yeah.
the thing. So, what is a rudderless man in your opinion? What does that mean? Like a, you know?
They just don't really have, they don't have direction in life, and they don't know what they want out of life.
I feel that most people on dating apps, most women are looking for a man with rudder.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many men with rudderless men. But is it because you're in New York and there's not a lot of rudderless men?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm mostly joking. I obviously, was into this guy with ambition. And that's, it was a joke. But
wait, are you still with that guy?
No.
Oh. What's he do? Is he a management consultant?
I don't. Yeah, in the film industry. They're very busy.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's this whole year I've been basically single. It's nothing serious. So.
I see.
Can you give us some examples of like who filled out the form?
Yes.
Or is there anyone who like sticks out? Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's good. I like that.
Who? I mean, I just read the recap today. It's a lot of them were boring, but that's ultimately, they're winning. The less effort you put into something, the more rudderless you are.
Right.
Yeah. But some really funny responses, just like it started in the comments they would leave on the original video. They're like, I work as a middle manager and I like live in my parents' basement and I play Elden Ring all day. And I'm like, great. You really tried on this, and that's what made me want to do the form.
So have you set up any dates with any of these people? Have you gone on a date with any rudderless men?
Ultimately, not really. There were only a couple that were in New York. It was fun because, hearing the stories of all these people, I live on a boat in Southeast Alaska.
That's so cool. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
he literally has no rudder on his boat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Please help. Actually, I need SOS.
This guy's dying.
Yeah, send the Coast Guard.
I'm just laughing.
Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so I get the sense, would you say that you're looking for someone who has maybe not rudderless, but has only one oar and essentially is paddling but can still spend a lot of time with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never had to actually think about this because, or, maybe my therapist would say you fill your own time, become ambitious yourself, but I'm not going to do that.
Fuck that.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's all about.
Would you consider yourself a rudderless man? No?
No,
you have a rudder.
No, I got a rudder. It's fucking moving, dude. It's moving right now. Ever since you said second moment, whatever the fuck.
Simulacrum?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Your rudder's ruddering.
My rudder is fucking going.
Your rudder's going,
do
dude.
You think, should we have 5-year plans as comics?
No.
Do you have it? Okay, it's not that intense, but you have some goals that you...
Yeah.
You didn't have a 5-year... I mean, not a 5-year plan like you wrote it down, but an idea of I want to be at this point.
No, not really. I mean, because comedy is so unstable, and then also it depends on your skill level, right? So it all stems from how good you are.
It does it.
A lot. I think if you want to kind of guarantee your success, you have to.
Okay.
But if you want to, because some people get lucky.
Yeah.
Right. But I always think that there's no one in this industry who's grossly overlooked. There's no one who's the funniest guy on the planet.
Oh, I see.
Who's not successable.
Yeah, okay.
There's no one like that.
There's the inverse, but there's no.
There's the inverse, but yeah. So if you have real talent behind you, you're gonna do well, and that's why comics should stop complaining, because everyone's kind of where they should be.
Oh,
they're kind of where they should be. You could give or take a couple of notches, but yeah. Anyways, I don't know how we got here from Rudder. I guess it kind of makes sense. But,
okay. Oh.
Yeah.
So you're still a believer in meritocracy a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the 5-year plan thing too. I mean, the longer, and I don't know if it's true with you guys, but the longer I do comedy, the more structured I am. The more I'm in a year I want to do this, in 2 years I want to do this. Whereas when you first start out, you're so bad. You're just I just need to do as many open mics. So I need to get on as many shows as possible.
Just any kind of show, anything will do. Yeah.
Yeah, I suck, and nothing can come unless I get better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a very Republican take for you, so thank you.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
This is the 3rd time tonight you've called me Republican.
Yeah. You're just giving it to me, man. I just call it as I see it. Okay, so Yoshiko, the other thing we were going to talk about is you started an Onlyfans.
Yeah, perfect time for me to strip.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, pretty rudderless of me. I think that was what originally inspired. I mean, I like posting thirst traps because I'm a vain piece of shit,
That's cool.
But do you judge other people when they post their straps?
No.
Okay. Did you used to, or you never judge anyone?
I think, it can be, if it's too many, so sometimes I'm you don't want to distract. You don't want people to forget that you're a comic primarily, right? But yeah, they're fun, and I was like, if I can monetize this, I should.
Yes.
So that's basically the gist of it. I'm never gonna do nudes or like. So yeah, I'm figuring that out, and so that's why it's not blowing up. You know, you have to offer something different under capitalism.
Yeah.
You're our official,
why
like,
am I the guy?
Yeah.
Fucking capitalist guy now?
What do you think, Senator?
Well, I hate when people do the thirst traps and they try to be like discreet about it. Like I know this dude comic, who like will just have his shirt off, and then he'll act like he doesn't have his shirt off, and he would be trying to make like a funny video.
Yeah.
Where his shirt's just coincidentally off, and it's just like, dude, just fucking whip your dick out. Stop being subtle with it. Just be shameless and be like, I'm showing off what I got, and I don't mind that. You know, but when you try to be like, I'm just like, you're a fucking tool.
No, but you gotta play coy. You know, this is why you're not a good management consultant. You gave up too much of the deliverable. Okay, right away. You gotta milk the client.
Yeah.
Just get them a little bit of this, and then you expand the scope, and then, you know, just keep it going.
But you actually think, like, you like the subtle, like, oh, I'm like, this
isn't about me. This isn't about me, Alvin. Okay? I'm just saying, I think this is how you structure it so that people will keep coming back for more.
All right. Maybe you've probably, you know what?
It depends on the person, right? I think whatever your brand is, like, use that a little bit. Mine is, as you said, I'm aggressive. So it's like, people will be more down with be like, I don't care. And this is, you know.
Yeah.
But what's a brand?
It's like, I feel like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example, but
like
there's certain people who are like, ooh, I'm like a more modest type of like, I don't know. Yeah.
But you can't be modest if you're posting a thirst trap.
But
it goes. Sometimes
people, but yeah, if you try to be a little bit coy or make more jokes about it or like, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe that never works. That's your point.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, he's not subscribing to you. So like, what is on your? So what are you going to post on your OnlyFans?
It's just more thirst, just more slightly more intense thirst than my Instagram. And right now it's not. I don't charge, so it's just tip based.
Oh.
But that's nice.
Tip based. Yeah, like penis tip.
You're banned. Yeah.
I'm gonna mute you for. You got a 60-second mute.
It's definitely dick based.
I got a 60-second mute. Can I get a 60-second mute count going on here?
Dick tip.
Is there a comedian who's also has an OnlyFans that's like
Karen
that is trying to? What's that?
Oh, Karen Fien's like the most successful.
Yeah, she said she made like 140 grand in like a couple months or some shit. It was crazy. She said it like she says it on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who did a move that I really admire is Daphne Springs, who's a hot lady, started OnlyFans, and she just posted comedy on there, but she didn't she didn't post any news. But like all her so she was like, yeah, I just tricked you motherfuckers, like you horny motherfucker. Yeah, I tricked you.
Oh, they had to subscribe.
Yeah, and like she just made a ton of money just doing comedy. She didn't fucking post anything but comedy, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
It only works
these
once,
motherfuckers.
You know,
yeah, but I'm sure because she has like almost like 1 million Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
So she probably made a killing. I was like, respect it, dude. Because if guys are like, because if I fell for that, I respect it.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm being a creep and you get me, I'm like, okay, you got me. I can't even be mad.
Yeah. Here's another $5. Here's more tip.
Yeah. He's more tip.
Here's more tip.
Yeah.
You're so proud of yourself for this.
Dude, that was good. Tip based.
Stop.
Like penis tip?
I get it. You got this joke.
You guys are laughing.
Speaking of jokes, you got this joke I wanted to talk about. Where you talk about how there were Chinese dudes in the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Civil War fan.
Yeah.
Number 1 and 2 that's coming up. And so how much research did you do for that joke? Did you do?
I googled how many Chinese people were in the Civil War, and I took the first response, and I
and you just ran with
took that as reality.
And you're like, this is it. Yeah, this is true.
Because I originally it was a sketch idea I had, which was it'd be funny if there was a Chinese guy trying to be a Civil War reenactor, and I actually made the sketch and it bombed.
Yeah,
but the joke didn't bomb. So I did it for that, but then I made it into a joke
right.
Yeah. But why?
I only know that. Well, I legitimately do like the Civil War. I mean, the history of it, and I also knew that there were Chinese people in the Civil War. And then because I wanted to be a reenactor, And I was like, were there
You're the
Asian
guy
people?
I was talking about.
I really was.
Yeah, you're the guy I was writing about.
I'll go and do it. I can't do it because it's very expensive to become a reenactor. Not real
I
expensive.
thought you get paid to be a reenactor.
No, you're not. They're not actors. They're just like fans of the Civil War who dress up.
Wow.
And like, you have to get all your own equipment and like, go and learn all your shit.
I thought like the
no,
museum
these are not,
or something like paid you to do it.
Hell no, dog.
That's crazy.
Where would the money come from? No, that's not. No.
I don't know.
I've been out to Gettysburg, and like all those dudes are just like people who like to dress up, and it is very appealing to me. And I was like, I had to go find. I found the history of this. There's several of them, but like one of the dudes, he came here when he was a child, and they weren't exactly sure where he came from because like they think maybe he came here on a boat with like a brother or a father who died, and then like he was just here, and then he got adopted, and then he married a white lady, etc., etc. And so, but I think he was at Gettysburg, and I was like really excited to have potentially met another person who would be interested in the Civil War.
Yeah.
But no, you just did it for the bit. And I just enjoyed it, so that's all.
Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah. That joke is doing pretty well, surprisingly.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think there was people commented that Chinese people fall on the Confederate side too.
Is there? I didn't know. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. But is that true?
Yeah, but I think it's like there was like 5 versus like 40. Right.
Listen,
there's none of us in the Civil War, but like
there's not a lot of them.
Yeah, but I think there was like 5 Chinese dudes who probably didn't know what was going on. Like they probably thought it was like a railroad like company.
He's like, hey, all right.
They gave him guns. Like, I guess these are.
I guess we could use these, and there's another company of dudes who are trying to make. I guess we got to kill these dudes.
And then they get in the battlefield, like, what the fuck? What kind of working conditions are these?
I get so excited because I'm such like a history dork that like I watched that movie recently, True Grit. Have you ever seen that movie?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
It's with
Haley.
Yes, Haley Steinfeld and what's his name? Played the dude.
Oh.
Jeff Bridges.
Oh.
Is that his name? Yeah, and
Josh Brolin? No, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
It's just Jeff. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Josh Brolin is in it too.
Is in it? Okay.
He has a small role.
Okay.
It's really good,
Yeah.
and I just love history, and so there is like one Chinese guy in there, and of course he owns like a Chinese laundry or like a grocery store.
Yeah.
And he has like one line in broken English, and I was still very excited about it. It's like, hell yeah, dude.
Have you ever had to go on any auditions? Either of you had to go on any auditions where they're like, you have to do an accent?
I have not.
Yeah.
No, but I would do it.
Yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah, and it would be...
And I respect it. Yeah.
It would be a terrible one, and I would see how far I could get.
Right.
Just like the most Daffy Duck level like Chinese accent.
And then the white director's like, what kind of regional dialect are you doing?
Yeah.
It's really good acting.
It's a genius.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're just doing a French accent.
Have you had to do that?
I've got sent on some, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing this.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing. It's not that I'm like too good for it. It's just like I'm so bad at acting that I've been sent on a lot of auditions. And
have you?
I haven't gotten anything.
I'm so bad at acting.
Yeah, I'm terrible. So it's like, I'm not going to like sell my soul and get rejected. You know, if I knew I was going to get it for a good $1, I probably would do it. But it's like, I'm going to get rejected and I'm going to feel like crap afterwards. So no. Yeah.
Have you done acting? You doing a lot of acting?
Not really. Yeah, the most you'll get is like I'll have gotten is cultural stereotypes, which it's not an accent, but just like, oh, your character is, her parents are pressuring her to be a doctor. Or something like that.
Too real. Is
that's just truth.
Is okay? Let's go back to the 5-year plan. Do you have a 5-year plan? No. Okay. But
Do you have a 3-month plan?
Yeah. Do you have?
Honestly, this is why I'm relating to the Rudderless. I'm trying to continue building my following, and this is how we get booked now a little bit.
It really is how we get booked. Is on this. By the way, I think that with the OnlyFans thing, just my outfit pictures is the equivalent of thirst traps, and it even targets, I think, the same demographic, white dudes. Because that's who I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you put a thirst trap and I'll be like, yo, feel the material in this jacket. And it's the same person. It's the same guy, Doug, out in Michigan.
So you have a lot of white dude followers who are just like, dude, nice pants.
Yes, literally.
Nice.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I really like your outfits, and I'm like, this is great. And then the trick though, and I don't really mind this because I'm sort of like, I don't know, like I'm like half a stand up now. Is I have a lot of like this fun like menswear stuff, and then like occasionally I'll have to drop something that's like stand up, regular stand up, and it's like a little tricky to do that, but people give it a shot.
Oh wow!
I mean, better than before. I don't know, like, but I think before it's so hard to come up with bits that I would put out like something that I really that was good, and then I'd be like, well, that was 5 years of work, and so now, and I need to come up with something next week or whatever.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. So
why would anyone be a stand? It's stupid.
Yeah, it's really dumb. Which is why everybody does crowd work, but
yeah.
So I can't do that. Yeah.
Well, I'm happy now.
Why is that?
Just talking about how much stand up sucks. You want to commit your life to it. Just like, great, perfect.
But this is what you do, so I think that's cool.
I think writing. I think being able to write material quickly is really important. Like, yes. I think you want to get to that point as a comic, and not a lot of people can do that. And I think that's what you need to be working towards.
Yes, I see.
And it's hard. It's really hard. But like, until you get to that point, it's like, don't even worry about your career. Just fucking work to like be a better stand-up.
Right.
You know? Oh, yeah, we weren't supposed to talk about comedy. I remember.
No, we weren't supposed to talk about social media.
Which we also talk about comedy.
No, we were.
Oh,
that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just social media. The whole reason why social media is because it ends up getting really sad really fast, but it's okay.
We're talking about social media or comedy?
Social media.
Oh, okay.
Comedy's fine. That's fine. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think one thing. This is just my last thing about comedy is.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten to the point too where like I know to get to something faster. One thing that helps me is like I have like 4 things I can talk about that I'm pretty good at that I know I can talk about and I can get to really quick and I can like hit it a bunch like in general. Like if you listen to like my 10-minute set, it's like 50% my family, like 10% I don't know, New York City, 20% like my pants, I don't know, or something, and like 10% like random other shit. Like I almost never do political stuff, and like occasionally I'll try it and I'm like, this doesn't feel like me, and it's, I don't know. I enjoy other people doing it. I don't enjoy myself doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I think that helps. Because then before that, you're like, I could talk about anything. You could talk about fucking city buses and shit like that. And you're just like, it's like way too much material like to cover. Some people I think can cover almost anything, but that's very rare.
Yeah. A lot of great comics will kind of talk about similar things over and over again. And they'll come with new jokes about it. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you ever like do a longer set and then you realize like, I don't know for you guys, but I have like fucking 7 dick punchlines in a row. So I'm just like during the headlining set, I'll be like, this is filthy. Like my parents, who did you raise? You know? And then like anytime I come with a new joke, I'm just like, can I write about anything other than dicks? Is this the only thing I can talk about?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that though. Yeah.
You have the most of those because that's what you start out. A lot of my early stuff is like, this will work. And so, yeah.
You just say it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now I have more sex jokes than other topics because it's like, those are keepers, but I'm incorporating different stuff now. But yeah, it's just, right?
I think everybody needs to have some of it because it's, there's a lot of times, especially if you go to a club, they want to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then later on you can get them with some sort of nuanced take about like, simulacrum or whatever the fuck.
Oh, no, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You got to hit them with I got some cottage cheese on my dick. And then like later on you can hit them with like the French poetry.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you just sneak the clever ones in there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's fun. Wait, Yoshiko, did you have some topics you had?
I came with notes that I
would love to hear some.
Break them out.
Well, my topic ideas were shitty apartments that we've lived in New York.
Okay, that's good. Is that top of mind for you right now?
No, I like my apartment now.
Okay.
And then...
I can talk about that for a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah. So when I first moved to New York, I was in Hell's Kitchen, and I had 5 roommates.
Yeah.
And I lived in a windowless basement apartment where I could hear, I don't know what was going through the walls. But every night I just heard, it was crazy, yeah. And then one day my ceiling collapsed in the apartment, and it was only a part that wasn't over the bed, so I still was sleeping there while like they fixed it.
Jesus.
And I don't know how many lung issues I've had from that thing, but that was bad.
Some black mold.
That was bad, probably.
Sorry, where was that at?
It was in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, in Hell's Kitchen.
And that, that's the only way I could afford to live there, is having 5 roommates.
Yes.
And being in a windowless basement apartment.
God.
Yeah.
Were they other comics you lived with?
No, it was just random French people.
Oh, yeah.
Who would just not shut the fuck up at night. So I hated all of them.
There was something when I first was looking at places in Hell's Kitchen. They were telling me about how a lot of apartments that are really bad, but they can still rent them out because the people who live there are international people. So like they're only going to be there for a little bit, and like somebody else is paying for it, and so they're just there to like crash.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're like business travelers or whoever.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah, and they're just like there for a little bit. It's like, okay, this place sucks, but whatever. I'm here for 6 months, and I'm never here anyways.
Yeah,
and they're just like leave.
Well, that's how like the lease agreement on the apartment was structured. It was by room and not by apartment. So I lived there for like a year and a half. I probably had like 12 or 13 different roommates.
Jesus.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that were just moving in and out.
You were just like in a fucking like flop house.
Yeah, I can't believe I did that. Like when you first start doing comedy and like you're doing open mics and then like you just live in like these animalistic conditions, like it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. And then my apartments after that were pretty good, but like that was really bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Your ancestors were sad about that.
For sure.
Yeah. They came for this country. And that you actually somehow had a worse condition than when they first moved here. That's pretty baller.
I remember like when my parents were moving me in, my mom was like crying.
Really?
Like, I can't believe you're living in this like and my dad was like, he's fine. Just typical like difference, but what about you guys? What was like the worst? What was like the worst place you lived?
That I lived? You go first? You want to go?
I had a
first?
ceiling collapse too, and over the bathtub.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was a place it would always flood too, like multiple times a week. There was nothing they could do, so just disgusting.
Was it the place where we shot the sketch?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. I would like shower at Planet Fitness.
Oh, that sucks.
And just roaches. That place was awesome. Like
awesome.
Just in terms, it had everything.
Every
you
issue,
could imagine.
every New York issue
that
could go wrong. It was there.
How long were you there for?
Like over 2 years.
Holy shit.
I know. I feel worried about whatever was in that water, but I try not to think about it too much.
So why did you move there in the first place, and why did you stay? Because I remember the inside of the apartment wasn't terrible. I mean, now I know it's terrible, but the area was like kind of sketchy. So why did you like?
I could afford it living alone at the time. It was like $12.50, and it was near the park.
Wow, that's pretty.
Where
good,
was this at?
Yeah, in Flatbush, like right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and you just really wanted to live alone.
Yeah, and it wasn't that bad. At the beginning, and then I thought it would get better. I thought, the flooding started happening a year in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it a basement? How would it flood?
It was first floor.
On the first floor.
Yeah.
It's rent stabilized, so I just think they never paid attention.
Right, they didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
How long until they fixed the ceiling?
That they came in and put some board there. Contractor cousin was like, "Get out of there!
Oh
I see the black mold. Like this will fall again."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So then you left after the ceiling collapsed.
No, I left.
So you saw black mold and you're like, I'm staying.
It's New York.
That's a discount,
you gotta
baby.
believe in the dream.
That's a $50 discount.
Yeah.
And then you started doing OnlyFans.
Permanent damage to my body, but like $20. Yeah. Eventually, I got out of there, but I don't know. Haven't you put up with some?
Yeah. I feel like I got lucky enough where I've only lived in 3 places and they were all okay. They were okay. Like I've had one place which was good, but then like the ceiling collapsed.
Sure.
It was much worse. I feel when I was looking. I think this is also analogous to why I have never dated in New York City, because I was like, I have a pretty good thing and I like see what other people are going through. I'm just gonna stick with what I got here.
Yeah.
Because like for example, when I was in Hell's Kitchen, this place I looked at, I'll never forget it. It was okay. I was like, okay, this isn't so bad. It's kind of like railroad style.
Yeah.
And it didn't look, it seemed clean enough. It seemed big enough. And then I was like, wait a minute, where's the bathroom? Where's the shower? And the shower door was in the kitchen. So there was like, imagine you're in the kitchen
Oh, I've seen these
and there's a
before.
shower door.
Yeah.
Like, not the door to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah.
No. The shower is right off the kitchen. And there's I could, like, chop onions and then throw it into the shower.
Yeah.
It was like that. And then...
But what was the toilet?
The toilet was in a closet.
Okay.
And then the sink for it was out in the kitchen also. So there was like 2 sinks in the kitchen, but one of them was the bathroom sink, and the other one was the kitchen sink.
But it's good that the toilet wasn't in the kitchen.
No.
Yeah.
You don't want to take a shit where like you're cooking stuff.
No, but I mean, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking at the bright side.
problem.
Yeah. I should have taken it. You're right. I should have taken that apartment. That was
Pretty
probably
sensible.
It wasn't I could see if I was like younger and like didn't give a shit, then like sure, who cares, you know.
Well, what age did you move to the city?
I moved there. I moved to the city when I was like 28 or 29, and but I was looking at it when I was like at that place when I was like 34 or something.
Exactly.
With my wife, and I was like, no, I can't be living here.
But
with
that's
my
good.
wife.
So you moved because by 28 you're a lot more sensible and like you just take a lot less BS.
That's true.
You know, because when you're like if you're in your early 20s, you're just retarded.
Yeah.
So like you just like accept anything, and you're just like, yeah.
You actually think it's cool. You're like, oh my god, this place sucks. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I can't wait to tell all my friends on MySpace or whatever.
I'm chasing my dreams. Like this is
great.
Like, you're an idiot. You don't have to go through this to like make it.
Yeah.
It's not so bad until you look at what your friends who didn't leave are up to, you know, or your friends in Virginia. I'm sure you know.
They're like partners at like private equity firms. It's really depressing. They're making so much money, and these kids are dumb as fuck. They're so much smarter than you, and you're like doing so much better than them. But it's all right because you know we got to do a show for.
Everyone's where they
$15.
should be, Alvin.
That is true. That is very accurate. Yeah.
That was a fun one. I think we have time for one more. What's your other thing you want to have?
They're not these topics.
That apartment was good. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Throw another one out.
We're loosey goosey. This
I
one's
lived in
like
a railroad
loosey-goosey.
style apartment with a like 6'5", like 300-pound man who was a character actually who would play like if you go to prison he's like the head of the Nazis.
Oh shit.
That's how he looks.
Hmm.
And so he would just thunder around the apartment like I don't know, he watched a lot of Ancient Aliens, and so I would hear him, whatever
Sounds
the fuck
like
he
Big
was.
J. Okerson.
Yeah, he was a little bit terrifying, and I just had a curtain. That was my room.
That was
Curtain bed, that was my room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not a real like wall with a door. or anything like
Yeah.
that.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But you weren't scared of like him being a creep and just like
No, he wasn't, but he was just pretty
He
loud.
was just into his aliens.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a place with no windows, but a window to the kitchen. And so,
A window to the kitchen?
yeah, apparently the last person that was there put an AC there. So it would just blast hot air into the rest of the apartment.
What?
Yeah.
So how did you get into the kitchen?
I mean,
You could like walk into
it had
the
a
kitchen?
door, but I'm just saying a
But there was also
windowless
a wing-
room,
I
but
see.
with just this hole
I see, yes.
to the kitchen that I put plywood over for privacy. That
Jesus
place
Christ.
had a slug in the shower that they had named.
He had been
I was
living there
like,
that long?
You guys got to get rid of the slug. You can't name it. Like, what the fuck Brooklyn shit is this?
Who were the
Like,
people you were living with? What did they do?
They're just, you know.
The slug was actually on the lease.
Yeah.
It's actually his apartment.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
The 75-year-old slug.
But that was in Williamsburg, like right off the Lorimer stop, and it was
Oh,
like
that's pretty good.
$700. So
Wow.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
I still would go there now.
That's pretty good. That slug's
Yeah.
probably still there, so
Yeah.
maybe drop him a line on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
Well, what type of person? Like, what type of people were they? Like, who? Yeah, what did they do? Because I'm wondering what type of person would just like let a slug stay there because that's disgusting.
Just artsy types.
Yeah.
A writer, I think a graphic designer. Yeah.
Dude, people who are like chasing after a dream are just the fucking worst. Bro.
We're so
Like,
stupid. Yeah.
No, well,
Yeah.
also like because most people are bad at what they do and they think they're good and they're just terrible. And it's like it's like you suck.
Yeah,
Fucking
maybe
suck.
there's a final level of the delusion where you just stay 25 mentally and you're like, it's fun that this sucks. I'm going to name the slug. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, you ever been to like San Francisco? That's all those people.
Yes.
Wait.
Just
Yes.
fucking like that. Yo, that city's terrible. City.
You don't
blows
like it?
Now, have you been back?
I
like,
mean, now
recently?
now it's
Bro,
different, but
it is
you're
unacceptable.
it's a
Like,
different thing if you're talking about because I see what you're saying. Like, there's almost like an Olympics of like how quirky and bizarre can I be?
Uh-huh.
You know, in San Francisco, for sure.
But I'm just saying the homeless problem. Is just,
Well, there's that. That's
off the
that's
charts,
a whole other.
So it's artsy people that.
It was a joke. I don't know.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. They're addicted to drugs. It's mentally unwell.
Okay, yeah.
People addicted to drugs. But I'm just making a stupid joke.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's fair.
Glad I had to explain it though. It makes me feel good about my
it's way funnier that way
abilities,
too.
so.
Yeah, it's great. I hope you had fun. And where can our fans find you and your work? You know, you want to plug anything? Going on the road, do anything like that?
Yeah, I'll be in Tampa this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna come out in time.
No, it won't come out.
Okay, and then I'll be in Portland, Helium on October 16th. The week after I'll be in the Helium Philly, and then I think I'll be in Colorado sometime in December, or sometime in November, and then in December I'm going on like a South tour.
Oh shit!
I'll be in like Mississippi. I'll be in like New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, Hattiesburg, and then some other city. It's like a 4-day run, so
wow,
that'll be interesting.
That'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Green Book, but Asian.
What is that?
You know the movie The Green Book?
No.
Oh, you know that movie?
No.
This like famous black musician has to go do a tour through the South.
Okay.
And then he has to hire like a white Italian guy to be his driver to protect him essentially the whole time. Think about it. Look it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to watch before I go.
Yeah, before you go.
Before I go.
And then call your booker. What's your socials?
It's just Alvin Kuai everywhere. Just Alvin Kuai, one word.
Boom.
That's great.
Everywhere.
Yoshiko, what about you?
Yeah, my socials are Yosh Watson. Oh yeah, full name on TikTok though.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's banger. I'm on Instagram at NicePantsBro. You can find the podcast at Asian Not Asian Pod. You can also find us at AsianNotAsianPod.com. Don't forget to check out the show Hack City Comedy. Again, this is the second Friday of every month. And let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. I hope you guys are doing good. Jenny will be back next time. I hope, because I don't know. We miss her, and I think she's got a lot to talk about. So until then, we love you guys. Bye.